Clean hands. Welcome to March 2012 on the spot. We've got an exciting topic for you this time, and it's about one of the most important things in the hospital, and that's washing your hands. And I'm going to have a team here that's going to really help me with this. Bill Carroll, our new VPMA. I know all of you probably know Bill, maybe not in his new role. It's, what, 3 months now?
Yep.
And we're going to talk about this because hand washing is the most important thing for preventing infections in a hospital. And it's something that should be done every time there's a transition to and from patients. And I'm walking onto the 4th floor here and got a little gel on my hands. So how did I do, Bill?
You did very well. You did very well. The technique was excellent. This is a really important topic, Mike, and it actually came up recently when we looked at some of our infection data. For about the last 2 years, we've been tracking the incidence of MRSA in the hospital, and what we find is we've seen an unfortunate trend upward. Going back about a year and a half ago, we had MRSA rates of around 7%, and now we're seeing them trend in an unfortunate direction up to around 9%. So, as you said, there's no question that the single most important thing that we can do to prevent infections, including MRSA, but also many other infections that are common in the hospital, is good hand washing.
And I think like 80%, we're like 80% compliance with hand washing based upon our ability to observe and monitor that. So there's still quite a gap there. That's something that we need to work on closing, isn't it?
I think it is. We try to make it as easy as possible. When we talk about hand washing, we're really talking about two things. One is just a traditional soap and water at a sink, thorough scrubbing. In an ideal world with soap and water, we would use, you'd scrub your hands for at least 15 seconds, up to 30 seconds ideally, trying to work real thoroughly around any jewelry that you might have, rinsing well and drying. So that's very effective, and there are times when it's the most effective way to do it.
I get a couple of pumps, and how I remember how long to do it. It's supposed to be 50 seconds as I sing Row, Row, Row Your Boat to myself. Not out loud. 3 times.
For the majority of times, we can also use the alcohol-based hand gel, which is equally effective for almost all types of prevention. It's very simple. You demonstrated it perfectly well. We have the canisters throughout the hospital. All you do is get a little bit of gel on your hand, rub it in very thoroughly, and it just takes literally a few seconds. And if we can all do better, I think we can help reduce infections within our hospital and for our patients.
I think you may have answered a question on my mind. Is one method preferred over the other, the gel versus the soap and water? Is there a time you'd use one versus the other?
There is. But in general, again, for the alcohol-based hand washing works for almost all cases. A couple of exceptions. One is we think C. difficile, which is a common hospital-acquired antibiotic-related GI infection, they don't respond as well to the alcohol base. So that's where really a good hand scrubbing with soap and water is really the right way to do it. Probably norovirus, which is a viral gastroenteritis. It's a virus that goes through those cruise ships, and it's very infectious. Probably also is best with soap and water. But for the vast majority of cases, really, the hand gel works perfectly well. And it's easier, so anything that makes it easier that people are more likely to do is better.
So I hope some of you understand about those viruses he's talking about. So bottom line takeaway from me is wash your hands all the time. Now what about food prep? Does that matter one way or the other?
Absolutely. It's essential. I mean, it's really critical that people demonstrate good hand washing, obviously, at every phase of food preparation. I think our kitchen staff is really good about that. You bring up a point, though. When do you wash your hands? And the times to do that are before you go in and interact with a patient, immediately after you interact with a patient, anytime, obviously, that you're going to do a sterile procedure, anytime there's any equipment involved, and really there's no There's no bad time to wash your hands. Let me add this as well. Clearly, a lot of the medical staff, nursing staff, and ancillary staff are using stethoscopes, and that's not only our hands, but our stethoscopes are places where bacteria and viruses can accumulate. So periodically, we don't use the gels, obviously, but a good alcohol wiping of the stethoscope is a really important way to help reduce infections.
So, and I'm thinking that probably those of us that don't put hands on patients, that are in the hospital, it's probably a good idea for us to be aware of cleaning our hands regularly. So nothing else, we don't take it home to the family and kids.
There's no question about it. Again, it's really important. You know, it's interesting. Some of the simplest things in life are the best, and this is really a simple but highly effective way to help prevent infections amongst our patients and within our staff.
So we're profiling this one on the spot because we just want to remind all staff how important it is. The simple little things. Get that gel, get the soap and water, wash the hands, follow the protocols you have for your unit, but just be mindful of that. And doing it 100% of the time will protect our patients and protect you. So please join us in trying to reach that 100% goal. Now for our question this month that we'll address on the video, and remember all the questions are answered in the Grapevine in each edition that comes out. There was a question about the Daisy Award winners, and could we profile them more prominently in various aspects so that everyone's aware of these awesome award winners who win these awards because of exceptional nursing care and the tradition of great nursing care. So we're going to do some things to step that up a notch so that there's more awareness of the awardees. We're going to create an awards spot on our intranet site so that they're easily identified. We're going to profile them in the Grapevine more prominently. We're going to provide the history of the Daisy Award and the winners. We're going to do a number of things to just really highlight this. So thank you for bringing to our mind the opportunity for us to shed more spotlight on these individuals in the nursing profession who have won this very, very special and very heart-touching award. Thanks again, and that'll be it for this On the Spot, and we'll see you next month.